Okay, I don't know why others have still not joined. Okay, so real quick, let me check. Let me take a look at the studio, see how many students posted their work. Okay, make sure I can see your street dance by Minikit. All right. So, Mr. Toby, you might want to help us follow up. We only have two projects from the students. So make sure we're able to correct your work today. Let me see. Let's dance. They're still talking at the same time. All right, so you might want to actually look into that. Okay, please, as you are getting in, please log on uh, to the website. I'll give you 1 more minute. So just like I said, we are going to be creating a game today. All right, so I'll be starting now. So today we are going to learn how to make uh, an apple catching game. We are going to learn how to make an apple catching game. Some of the things which we are going to do, you have been introduced to it from day one. From day one, you have been taught so far how to add, how to choose a sprite. You have been taught also how to choose a backdrop. Uh, 1 or 2 times we have used the motion blocks. We have also used the looks blocks. We have also used the sound blocks. Yesterday, we were able to use the sound block, and so these are the things we are going to be adding to our game to bring it back to life. And the next one is the when flag clicked, you have been using this from day one. Yeah, I think the only few codes or few blocks that will be introduced today, they are the variable, and the broadcast. So I think those are the two blocks that will be introduced newly today. All right, so let's get started at it. Now, remember to always get into the site, open your editor. You have to create a name. Yeah, so I believe that shouldn't be a problem for anyone at this stage. That shouldn't be at all. So the next one, so I'm just going to skip this, you create. So this is the block area, very good. Now you delete your sprites. So go ahead and delete your cat. Delete your cat sprites. We are not going to make use of it today. Delete your cat sprites. Delete your cat sprite. All right. So the next one is we are going to use the paint brush to make our own custom costume or sprite. So I'm going to delete this first. Get this out. Because we are using mobile device, we are working with the mobile editor. That is why we are going through this route. Normally, you're supposed to use the control when space key press. When you click on this, you have up arrow on the keyboard, you have down arrow on the keyboard, you have left arrow on the keyboard, you have right arrow on the keyboard, you have letters, alphabets as well. But because we don't have that, your phone. Pardon? What did he say? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, what did he say?
I said, sir, what code did you pick?
Oh, okay. No. I'm just explaining. Not started coding.
Okay, sir.
All right. So we are not going to use this. So we are going to make our own custom navigator. So mouse over this and click on the paint. Remember here, if you want to pick a new sprite, you have to double click, right? But here, you are not going to double click. Click once, and once you have these icons, just click on the paint one. Click on the paint one. So if you click, it will bring you, it will take you to the costume area. It will take you to the costume area. So you should have this now on your screen. You should have this now on your screen. Here you have brush, you have fill buckets, you have text 2, you have the line 2, you have the circle 2, you have the rectangle as well. So we are going to use the rectangle. Just click on it. Now listen, I need you to pay attention to this. When you want to, what we want to do is we want to draw a rectangle shape. We want to draw a rectangle shape, right? So what you need to do is to click on the shape first. Click on the shape 2 first. Click on the shape 2 first. For the sake of success that is just joining, I'll go back again. You have to delete your default sprite, your cat. Oh, yeah, you have to delete that. So the next one is here, whenever you want to make a new sprite, you want to choose a sprite, you double click. But this time around, click once. Success, I'm doing this because of you. Click once And now click on the paint. Once you see these icons, click on paint. Click on paint. So to bring you here, just like I said, we have tools here which we are going to be using later, but not now. But for the sake of this project, we are only going to be using the select tool and rectangle tool. So what you need to do, because we want to draw a rectangle shape, just click on this, and be careful when you are drawing. Just draw something very small. When you are done, drop your tool by clicking on select. Very important. Are you done? Please pay attention.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good. Very good. So the next one, when you drop your tool, click on the text tool. Click on the text tool and change this color. Change the color. It can be white, it can be anyone, but just make sure the color is different from the shape. Okay. Then after that, you can now click inside the box to edit. Click inside. Then here I'm going to type left. Drop the tool again so that you can drag and reposition it to the center. Very important. Remember, you have to drop your tool by clicking on the select tool. Very, very important. Very, very important. So I'm done with the left button. Then here, where you have sprite, I'm going to change it to left. Change the name. What am I doing? So I'll change the name to left. Have you done that? So the next one
How
is...
did you write left inside?
Oh, okay. So you click on the text tool.
Okay.
Click on the text tool and change the color of the text tool. Then click inside the box. Click inside the box.
Okay. Where's the eraser?
All right. So the next one is I'm going to right click here and just duplicate.
I don't want to go and clean this thing.
Right click and just duplicate. Which already taught you how to duplicate yesterday. Press this down, hold it down. Then you are going to see these options. Then you can click on duplicate. Remember now that I duplicated it, it's showing left 1, left 2. So I have to change this to right. And change the text inside. Click on it, go to costumes. You are going to have it here. Just double click. Double click on the inside. It changes to right. Right might want to exceed the box. Drop your tool by clicking on the select tool and adjust. Adjust it. Very good. So we are good to go. Then drag this to this end. If you have done this, can you say done? Say done when you are done. If you can't unmute yourself, you can type. I've not heard from you. Are you done? Is anyone done with it? Let me know if you're having a challenge with it. If you have any challenge with doing it, please speak up. Success, are you done? Mitchell, are you done? Messi, are you done? Can they all hear me? Mitchell, are you done? Can you hear me? Just give a yes or no. Okay, Messi is done. What about success?
I'm not done.
Okay. So where are you? Where are you at the moment? What about success?
Sam done.
Okay.
Sam done.
All right, good. All right. Success, which one are you not getting? Have you made one already? If you have done one, then all you need to do is to duplicate. All right, so on each one, I'm going to write a code. A code that sets them. You remember we talked about this code a lot. So I'm going to put this inside forever. So whenever the flag is clicked, this block should not leave this position. Shouldn't at any point in time. Shouldn't leave the position. All right, so I'm going to do that for the second one as well. Remember, you are not copying, you are not to copy this code. You can't copy it from my own screen. It's not possible. Make sure you get the sprite, the button to where you want it to be, and just come here and drag this code. Don't change anything there. So I'm going to put this inside forever as well. Oh, what just happened? Oh, can you see that? That's why you can't copy codes. So right, then go to 195. Okay, something is wrong. Need to stop this code. You need to stop this code. Stop your project and then come back here and put this here. And this is 178 minus 50. 178 minus 50. Let me make this good. So at every point in time, these two will not leave where they are. They won't leave where they are. Okay. So I haven't done that. I'm going to keep this one side. We are going to keep this one side. And we are going to write. Anytime the flag is clicked, anytime this flag is clicked, anytime this sprite is clicked, you should always broadcast the message. So for now, we don't know, we are not going to, receive the message, but we have to broadcast it first. So I'm going to say when this sprite is clicked, remember I'm on left, broadcast a message. Here is broadcast. Just click on broadcast and change this to new message. To bring up this, just type left. So we are done with this. Now the same thing for the right one. If you don't get it here, please pay attention. The same thing for the right one. Click on right, right? Then say when this sprite is clicked, broadcast the message, not left this time around. It's going to be a new message. Then I will name it as right. Okay. So we are good. When I click on this, it will broadcast left. It will send a left message. If I click on this, it will send the right message. Then let's get to the other sprite we want. The two sprites, the apple and the bowl. The bowl is the one that's going to catch it. I can use this bowl. Feel free to use any bowl of your choice, but I would prefer that you use this. Then the last thing is to get the backdrop. To get the backdrop, let's get a befitting backdrop. So I'm going to choose the blue sky. Just to keep from it out. The apple, we have to change the size of the apple. If apple is too big, it won't fit. Let's change this to 50. All right. Then you can also change the size of the bowl to 80. And that means this is going to be 40. I like it when they are, portable. I just love it that way. So drag this to the very top here. Drag this to the very top. So I'm going to code this, and that is where we are going to stop. Then I'll ask Cherik to take over. So remember that we already coded it, that when this left is clicked, it should send a message. This is broadcast a message called left. So this is where we are going to receive the message on the bowl, because it's the bowl you want to instruct to go left or right. So I'm going to click on the bowl and say, when I receive under event, when I receive left, when I receive left, who can tell me what is the code to make a sprite go to the left side? What is the code to make a sprite go left? You still remember this code, right? Change X. Then I'm going to say is change X. So anytime you receive that message, to change left. And I'm going to do the same thing for right as well. When I receive, where's when I receive under motion event. So this one will be when I receive right. Then go to the right side. So if I test this now, it's going right. If I test it, that means my code is working perfectly. Simple code, right? Just read the simple code. And everything is working fine. So I'll give you 3 minutes more. 3 minutes to get to this stage. Then Kucheri can take over. The success, where are you now? Where have you gotten to? Have you been able to create your 2 buttons? If that has been done. Kucheri, are you ready?
Okay, girls. So we have our buttons. Okay. When this sprite is clicked, it's going to broadcast a message. Okay. And on the right one, when this sprite is clicked, it's going to broadcast a message. You can now, it does say when this sprite is clicked. So in order for it to work, number one, you don't even have to push the green flag because there's no green flag. You can just push but you have to click, 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 click on it. I can't just hold it down. So just be mindful of that when you're running your project. So I got to click, 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 click to get it over there and click, click, click. Because it's when the sprite is clicked. If you just do it one time, if you just, touch it once, it should just move once. Okay. So the broadcast message blocks, it's extremely important to remember that you have to do them in pairs. Okay. So when you use the broadcast, something has to receive it. Just like if somebody is yelling your name, they're broadcasting your name. But if you are not receiving your name, then you're not going to acknowledge, right? Same thing, okay? So just remember whenever you use these broadcasts, something needs to receive it. They're extremely powerful blocks, so you want to make sure you understand how they work. So this is super cool. Okay. We're going to get an apple to fall. Okay? And the first thing we're going to do is just get the apple to fall. When it gets all the way down here, then it's going to go back to the top and fall down again. Okay? That's all we're focusing on. How do we get the apple to go from the top to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom? I'm going to do it, I think, a smidgen different than what we did for the building, but you'll see how it works. Okay? So the first thing I want to do with my sprite, green flag click, set size and go to. So green flag click, mine's already set to size 50. So I'll set size to 50, click on it, and then I'm going to go up here. For the sake of this code, please make sure your sprite is not touching the top edge. Okay. You'll see it'll work and then it won't work, and that'll be the first thing I'll ask you. So just put your sprite so it's not touching the top edge. You do not want it touching the top edge. Okay. And you'll see why. We'll explain it. So just put it a little bit below. It's okay. And then I'm going to go to that spot. You have a question, Success? Okay, so if I put this down here and I click the green flag, it's going to start there. Okay. You can put your. Okay, so we are moving the bowl left and right because we're changing X. Okay. Remember, X goes left and right here. So if we want to make the apple go down, we are going to change Y because Y goes up and down. So I'm going to change Y by. If I change Y by a positive number, it goes up. If I change Y by a negative number, it goes down. I know I'm making it really small, but trust me, you're going to want it to be a small number due to the fact of the movement. You can't move all that fast. So. Okay? But you can see I'm clicking it, and it is going down. Now, I think we've been introduced to the forever loop. And we've been introduced to the repeat a number of times loop, like repeat 10, 20. Now I'm going to introduce you to something called the repeat until loop. Right? So in the controls, remember you have the 3 different loops, the repeat a number of times, the repeat, well, technically it's a forever block, forever loop, and then repeat until. So we're going to repeat until. If you put this in here and you run it, you can see how it's just going to go down. Okay. So this block is allowing us to repeat. Now, kind of a little bit, it's right now, it's just kind of doing that forever, right? It's just going to repeat it and keep going. Okay. When you read this block, you're going to read it as repeat everything inside until this condition is true. Right? So we are going to be looking at a conditional block. I don't know, did we look at a conditional block yesterday? Maybe we did. You can see that these conditional blocks are a hexagon. Right? Now, right now, does not matter where your apple starts, it's guaranteed going to fall because there's no condition. Okay? So if your sprite doesn't have to be an apple, if your sprite is working right now, totally fine, right? But if we add the condition and it doesn't work, then you'll know that it's touching the edge. So we're going to repeat changing y by -2 until something becomes true. Inside of the sensing, at the very, very top, there is a touching mouse pointer. Because we are going to repeat until our sprite is touching the edge. Now, whenever you see the blocks with a white triangle, that means you can open them up and they'll have an option. There's like maybe one that only has one option if you don't have other sprites, but this has other options. I could say touching the edge, touching the left sprite, the right sprite, or the bowl. Right now, we're only focused on if it's true that my sprite is touching the edge. Okay. Now I can see my sprite down here and it's touching the edge. And when I click on this, and please do, it's going to say true. Now maybe your sprite is not touching the edge. And when you click on it, it says false because it's not touching the edge. So you might want to, this might be a really good test. I'm going to move my repeat until down and I'm going to click the green flag. And my sprite is going to go to the starting point. If I click touching edge and it says true, then you know that your sprite is touching the edge and you need to move it down. The thing with the edge block, it doesn't distinguish left edge, bottom edge, right edge, or top edge. They're all the edge. So if I put my sprite here and I clicked it, it's true. If I moved my sprite to the left edge and clicked it, it is true. Okay? That's why it's important that we are not touching the top edge. So that's a really good idea. I didn't think of that till just now. So just have your 3 blocks, green flag clicks that size go to, click the green flag. and then click on it. And if it says true, then you know you need to move it down. Okay? When you click on it and it says false, you're good to go. Okay? Now, you'll notice right now when you run your project, if you focus on your sprite, you'll notice how it stops, right? My apple looks like it's below the stage, okay? Your sprite will always stop, okay? It won't just keep going. But now, if I put in the touching edge, take a look at where your sprite stops when it touches the bottom edge. You see how it'll stop immediately when it recognizes that it's touching the bottom edge. You'll notice your code stops glowing because this loop is finished with its condition. It is touching the edge, and we are not telling it to do anything other after that. Okay? So just take a minute and make sure that is working. Okay? And trust me, you want it to be a small number due to the fact of the movement of your your bowl, because it doesn't move really fast. Okay? I guess technically you can make this, you could make this -20. I guess now that I'm thinking about that, we could check that out. Okay? There we go. All we care about is it touching the bottom edge. Okay? Take a couple of minutes and make sure you have that. Remember, do not copy this code unless you have an apple size 50. But if you have another sprite that might be the size 50, it doesn't mean it's the same size. So just put your sprite up at the top and grab the go to X and Y. Okay? All of the other blocks, you can copy them if you want. Okay? But you can set your size to whatever you want. Now again, your bowl is going to move left and right without using the green flag, because there's no code that says when the green flag clicked. Okay? So that will continuously move. You're just saying when the green flag is clicked, we're doing this. Now it should be kind of, I think, simple enough for us to just say, okay, once this block gets read, then I just want to make a forever block and make it go back up and read that code again. And then will it be touching the edge? No, it won't. So then it'll be start changing Y by -2. So I think we should just be able to put a forever loop around it. Now, if you put a forever loop around it all, it's not going to matter. But we don't really care if we forever. We've set the size to 50. Okay. If I didn't even use that block, my apple is still going to be size 50. Okay. So I would just encourage you to put the forever just around the go to and the repeat. Because when the repeat is done, we want to go back up here and put our sprite back up at the top. And since this Y position is not touching the edge, it will then start falling again. So it's going down, it's going to touch the edge, boom, and then it's going to go back. There we go. So just take a minute and look at that. Okay. So remember, this is a conditional block. It is either true or false. Those are the only two options it can be. Okay, it's false, 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 false. Now it's true. Now it's false, 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 false. And while it's false, it's going to repeat everything in here. Please open your mic. Please type in the chat if this is not working, or if your, left and right is not working. Okay. We are not going to get this finished today. We are going to continue on it tomorrow. So don't stress. Okay? So let's just make sure this is working and you understand why it's working. So again, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my apple up here at the top. It's clearly touching the edge. I'm going to switch my go-to. If yours is running like this and it's not moving, it actually is working. It's touching the edge, so it's constantly going to this spot. Okay. If I take this out, now it'll fall down. Okay. So please make sure if it is not falling, the first thing I'm going to ask you is your sprite touching the edge? So I would then just make this Y number less. No news is good news, but I want to make sure you're all doing good. Now, this would be a super simple game if I just know that it's always falling there and I just move that over there, and then I'm going to catch the apple every time. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to randomize the X position of our sprite. We want our sprite to be able to choose a coordinate from the left-hand side of the stage to the right-hand side of the stage. And we want to be able to manipulate that only one time. It'll go over here and it'll fall, and then it might pick over here and it'll fall. Okay. So we're going to have it pick a random number. In the green operator, you will see the green operators deals with a lot of math stuff. You have your addition, subtraction, division, greater than, less than, equal, and, or, but you also have pick random 1 to 10. If I click it, give me the random number 7. If I clicked it again, 1, 5, 8, 1. Okay. As I've been telling you from Monday, anytime these white ovals, change the number. I want to do the number 20 to the number 25. Now it'll only give me those random numbers. That's it. Okay. I've told you that the stage is 480 pixels left and right, and that in Scratch, the stage is symmetrical. So 480 divided by 2 is 240. So this would be 240x, but negative. Thus, this is going to be 240x positive. Add those together. There's your 480. So the majority of the time, you can find one side and then just make it positive. Now, I'm stopping my game. It's really important. Okay. And then I'm going to move this. How far left do I want my sprite? Do I want it to go there? No, I don't. Okay. It really would just then quickly go and if you did do it there and it picked that negative 234, if it picked that X position, it would nothing, you wouldn't really even know because it would just immediately pick another one and go. But I'm not going to have mine go that far. I'm going to have mine go like right here. Now I'm looking at my X and it says negative 206, and I have a problem with doing numbers like that. So I'm going to round my number. So I'm just going to say negative 200. I'm going to be nice and just say negative 200. Okay. Which, if I move it, negative 199. There's negative 200 on the dot. Okay. And I can pretty much guarantee if I just type in 200 and hit enter, it's going to be on the other side. So I'm going to be good. There's no reason for me that I want to go crazy off the board. Okay. So these are the numbers that it's going to pick. It picked 70, so it's going to go in X70. It picked negative 19, so it'll go there. It went negative 169, so that's where it'll go. It went 21. Okay. And you can test it out. You can put it in here and you can click and you can see that your sprite is never going to go outside of those parameters. Yes, it's always going to be up at the very, very top because we don't want the Y position where it's going to start. So it's working great. Okay? This is all we're going to do for today. So just take your time and then we'll save our project and tomorrow we can deal with some other stuff. So green flag clicked, it's going down right here. And then look, now it picked another random X number. Okay. Don't stress if your sprite is going on top. We will deal with that tomorrow, but this is all we're doing for today. Okay, I can go over. And tomorrow we will get more. Make sure you have that. Okay. More than likely, you can copy the negative 200 to positive 200, but you can go figure your own out, and that's fine. Okay. And no, it doesn't need to be rounded to the, 0 or 10 or 5 or something. You can do it whatever you want. Now, I want to take a minute here too, and because it really is important that you're putting them in the class. Number one, I guess the first thing I need to do is I'm going to name my project. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Falling apple. Okay. And yours, like Mr. Victor said yesterday, yours is a smidgen different due to the fact that you're on a mobile, but you are going to click share. Okay. So after you name it, now you can click file and save now if you want, it's fine. Your project will automatically auto save, and then you click share. Okay. If you are not done, do not stress. It is okay. You will get the video. and are finishing it tomorrow. It's not even done anyway, so we're gonna finish it tomorrow. So on your actual device, you will name your project and click share. This is the first one. You'll go down here. You can see how here is your project. It's kind of showing your project. And at the very bottom, it says copy link. When you click that copy link button, it's taking you to this screen. And again, yes, you gotta copy the link again. Once you copy the link, it's going to take you to your studio, and you will click on the little studio. I don't know. Mr. Toby, can you answer the success? I don't know where, I think he puts it in the group. I'm not too sure. Yeah. I'll get back, Mercy, in just a second. And then after you click on the group right here, the STEM Wonders group, you will then add you'll paste the code here and click add by URL, and that'll be it, and it'll be in there. Okay. So I'll have Mr. Toby also send this so you have that. Okay, here's the bowl. There you go. And then that is going to do it for today. Again, please don't stress if you're not done. Mr. Toby will be sending you the video in probably about an hour. So you will have the video and you will be able to get it. The game's not done anyways. Okay? Tomorrow, we will continue what happens when it touches the bowl. We're going to get points. We're going to have lives if it doesn't. We're going to have music. We'll have a game over. I don't know everything we'll do, but we'll do a lot to finish the game. Okay, so very good job, girls. We're going to end there. Mr. Toby, do you need to talk with the girls before we leave today? Anything to let them know?
No, nothing. Nothing from my
Okay.
hand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Success did ask about the video. You are sending it in WhatsApp, correct?
Yes, I'll send it on WhatsApp soon.
Okay, very good. And then you can get girls, you can do the video. And Mr. Victor, anything from you?
Okay, actually nothing really much. Just like what Coach Eric said, don't stress if you're not getting it now. So that's why, we actually splitted this same topic into two, because we know the complexity, right? So if you're not getting it now, once the video is being uploaded, take your time to watch the video again. Do you understand? Watch it again and ensure you understood the blocks. Don't just jump into the building. Do you understand? Understand the block first. So yeah, so you, just like how I do say, you learn by practice. Do you understand? So keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. All right, well done, everybody. I must applaud you. Well done, well done, well done. Thank you so, so much. So we are going to see tomorrow. Don't stress. Watch the video and, try to recreate. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Great job today.
All right, good check. Well done.
Yeah, great job. So then tomorrow we can finish that.